What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another anime reaction video. In today's video, we are going to be covering One Punch Man openings and endings, so really excited to check these out. As is the case with most of the anime I watch here on the channel, I'm going in relatively blind, don't know a ton about the show. The main character, I know what he looks like, and that's about the extent of my knowledge of One Punch Man. Quick update on a few of the anime I'm currently watching. I am about 6 episodes into Vinland Saga. Absolutely loving that show. Then I'm also still making my way through One Piece. I think I'm about 12 episodes into One Piece now. Both of those shows I'm really enjoying a lot. And if you want to check out my reactions to each of these shows, my full unedited reactions are uploaded and available over on my Patreon, the link for which can be found down in the description. Additionally, every video you see here on the channel, the uncensored version of that is also available over on Patreon. Don't forget to leave the video a like if you go on to enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel for more anime reactions coming very soon. Let's check out some One Punch Man. From the very little I know about this show, I think he's a superhero of some kind, and I would guess his power is that he can like destroy people with one punch. I'm not really sure. I'm sure I'll be able to gain a much better insight after these openings and endings. We've got 2 of each. Let's go ahead and we'll hop right into opening 1. Oh shoot. What is up with the audio? Well, that's actually how it sounds. Okay. His super speed too? Okay, so far what I'm getting from this is that he kind of has, I guess he has super speed. And in addition to maybe his super strength, there seems to be this emphasis on like different kinds of beasts or monsters like following him or being around him or near him. Let's keep going. What's going on with his eyes? Okay. So those would look like our first other people that we've seen so far. Like they look distinctly different than what One Punch Man looks like, obviously. He almost looks otherworldly. These look like maybe a little bit more traditional anime style characters than what we would be used to seeing. Very cool looking though. I like the design a lot, especially on her right here. Let's keep going. There's a lot more people. That shine on his head. That's cool. Pretty strong first opening, I would say. I would say the song was probably my favorite part of the whole thing. The main character, One Punch Man, if that is his name, I guess, seems kind of like he's on the quiet side. But then maybe he gets into battle and he just, goes Super Saiyan mode, if you want to call it that. Also got another quick glimpse at some of the characters in the show apart from One Punch Man. They all seemed like villains, though, so there wasn't really a semblance of anyone he was working with. Kind of seems like the Lone Ranger type, which I like that style for shows like this, honestly. I'm also a little bit curious, and maybe you all can comment down below, if you had to compare One Punch Man to another anime, or even another show in general, what do you think is an apt comparison? Because I think if I could get an idea of what it's related to, that would give me a better sense of whether this could be something I personally would watch and get into. But let me know down in the comments. All right, next up we've got ending 1. So we're going to go opening 1, ending 1, opening 2, ending 2, and kind of alternate back and forth between these two. Of course, the endings more often than not are much slower and less fast-paced than the openings. We all know that. But we'll see. Oftentimes the endings I think are underrated. So we'll see if this also falls in that underrated category. Oh, shoot. I heard that first note and it was all quiet, and I was like, oh, and then she was just like, oh. Foreign music. so far, this is like wanting, like almost putting me to sleep, but in a good way. Not that I'm like bored of it, but it's just it feels like very peaceful music, you know? Teddy bear. I'm sure there are One Punch Man fans out there who can catch the small things in this ending that are maybe subtle about the show. So far, you could have told me this ending was about anything, like that it was associated to any show, and I would have been like, oh, okay. Like, there's not really an identifying factor in this ending. Like, this cat is probably the most we've had so far of this entire ending. I guess the teddy bear too, maybe, but mostly it's just been like greenery and like what looks like an apocalyptic world almost. Let's see what the rest is. Another teddy bear. Does the teddy bear belong to him? And the cat again. Wait, is that him behind the mirror, the window? I'm not gonna sugarcoat that one, and I'm not gonna lie to you. That was not my favorite ending. I will say the song. I could legit listen to that song and enjoy it. Other than that, not a lot for me to catch onto or latch onto. One Punch Man wasn't even in it. Maybe that was him at the very end behind the window. Not exactly sure. I guess the only two things that really stood out, maybe three. The first one just being generally that it felt almost like taking place in an apocalyptic world. It seemed like there was overgrown greenery and like highways and overpasses and stuff like that, and a railroad at one point. The cat we saw twice, and then like 2 different times we saw teddy bears. Not sure what any of it means. Love the song, but that's really all I got to say on ending 1. All right, now we're switching back to the fast-paced gear here with opening 2. We'll see how this one compares to the first opening. Let's hop into it. Okay, so we're getting... Bro, ooh, lots more people. Oh my gosh. One of them looked like Superman almost. Oh, I like this one more. This song goes hard. I get the sense that this show is not, maybe it's not meant to be super deep. I feel like every episode is just like him taking on the forces of evil. Like maybe, I don't want to compare it to Batman, because I think obviously Batman doesn't have superpowers. One Punch Man can like run fast and he can punch things, I would assume. But it just feels like there's so many different villains we've seen in these openings. And this isn't like One Piece, where it's just like thousands of episodes where all these villains can coexist within the show. I'm pretty sure One Punch Man is only 2 seasons. And so I don't even know how all these characters end up fitting into the show so far. But anyways, let's keep going. Genos, King, Team Ubuki? If they're given names... And maybe they are heroes. That villain looks like someone out of Dragon Ball. Wait, what was his name? Charamanco? Okay, so now I'm kind of getting a different sense that maybe it's this collective group. Like, these all look like good guys that we're looking at here now. There's like this collective group of heroes that maybe it doesn't strike me that he's in charge of the group, but maybe that he's just the most exemplary member of the group, or maybe he's, just the most exciting one to watch in action. But yeah, definitely a different vibe with the second opening than the first opening. trying to read all these names too. Saitana? So clearly he's on the same team as those people. He has like super nice guy mode, and then he has what looks like, I called it Super Saiyan mode, I think, before. I think I did slightly enjoy opening 2 more than opening 1. Opening 1 was kind of like a good introduction, what it felt like to the character. Like, this is what he is going to be doing. He's going to be fighting evil. And then in opening 2, I think we got to see a little bit better of a sense of kind of the people who are going to be helping him in this show, people who are on his side. It almost feels like kind of like Justice League in a way. And he is kind of fulfilling that Superman role. Also, dude, the music at the beginning of that second opening, that went pretty hard. Of a lot of the openings I've seen recently, that, in terms of musically, that song ranks pretty high up there. I think what I also am going to do eventually is, once I've seen enough of these openings, I think I'm going to do like a 20 show tier list of my favorite opening from every show, and then kind of rank them against one another. Stay tuned. That video might be coming in the future. And then last but not least, we've got Ending 2. I am pretty hopeful for this one, considering the last ending didn't really give me a ton. But who knows? Maybe this one will also be kind of just more of that background aesthetic like the first ending was. Let's check it out. Ending 2 for One Punch Man. I feel like the endings are really focused more on kind of like the beauty of the show rather than the in-your-face intensity. I feel like I'm getting hypnotized. Okay, I think that was the villain. So far, this is already way more people than we saw in the first ending. I think we've seen 2 or maybe 3 people. I think that's One Punch Man right there. Yeah. Okay, I gotta say, this is way step up from ending 1. I like the simplicity of it. Oh, that was a beautiful ending. Pretty much in every way conceivable, I think I liked ending 2 more than ending 1. Again, nothing against ending 1. It was just a little bit lackluster for me. 2 had a little bit more to it. You got to have a sense of a couple of the characters, more than just like greenery in the background. It didn't just look like someone's, windows rotating background the whole time. But I think I liked ending 2 more than ending 1, and opening 2 more than ending 1. I don't know if that has ever happened before in any of the anime I've reacted to. This might be a first. As a side point, there is currently no release date set for One Punch Man Season 3, but it is officially announced that that is coming out and should be out probably sometime around September of later on this year. But again, no official release date yet for that. If you are a fan of One Punch Man and you enjoyed the first 2 seasons and you're planning on watching the third, let me know down in the comments what your favorite part about the show was. I am genuinely curious. Don't forget to keep the awesome anime recommendations coming down in the comments. Check out the Patreon in the description for the uncensored version of today's video, as well as my reactions to other anime shows like One Piece and Vinland Saga, which I am currently watching over there on Patreon. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.